Trump has warned that with the ticking of the clock, Iran's time is running out. Iran should agree to a peace deal as soon as possible, otherwise it will have to face serious consequences. A very bad time is coming for Iran. On the other hand, Iran is now preparing to take total control over the Strait of Hormuz and the internet cables laid in the sea, meaning Iran is not only establishing a new system for Hormuz, but also for the cables laid under the sea beneath Hormuz that carry out financial services between the Middle East, Western Europe, and America, through which the Middle East is connected with Western Europe and America. Now, Iran is also going to establish a system for this as well. So the news from both sides is not good at all. Some news and reports are coming in that make it seem that the situation is going to worsen or has already worsened. And Iran clearly said that soon a new system will be implemented for ships passing through the Strait of Hormuz, which may include new taxes and tolls. An Iranian military spokesperson, Ibrahim Zolfagari, clearly said, "Now we will charge fees on internet cables. If not paid, we will target the internet cables." And recently, Iran has developed such a missile that can increase troubles for Trump and Netanyahu. And at this time, regarding the tension between Iran and the US, Robert Pape has also issued a serious warning. And it is possible that in the coming days, a major war could happen between the US and Iran, because of which the world could move towards a very big recession. Let us understand each and every news in detail. First of all, big news is coming from Iran. Iran is now going to take total control over the Strait of Hormuz. Iran said in its statement that soon a new system will be implemented for ships passing through the Strait of Hormuz, which may include new taxes and tolls. Iran is now moving beyond occasional inspections or restrictions and is going to create a formal permit plus fee system. For this, it has created an institution called the Persian Gulf State Authority, PGSA, which will handle the monitoring of ships, approvals, and possible tax collection. Iran said, now commercial ships will have to take permission in advance. Ships will have to take clearance and transit permit from the PGSA. First, routes, rules, and conditions of compliance will be sent to them through email. Only after completing them will they be allowed to move forward. Along with this, Iran described it as part of professional traffic management and its sovereignty, and Iran clearly said that benefits will only be given to those ships and companies that cooperate with Iran. Apart from this, the American leadership-led Freedom Project naval operation has been kept outside this new system. Regarding the toll and tax part, a law has been prepared in the Iranian parliament that will give formal recognition to Iran's control and monitoring over Hormuz. Under this law, the right to collect transit fees from ships will be granted. This fee will be presented as charges for security and maritime services. Some Iranian business groups claim that through this Iran can earn billions of dollars annually. According to shipping reports, in some cases the IRGC is already demanding payments in the name of documents, clearance codes, and safe routes. Now, what is its strategic importance? Around 20% of the world's oil transport passes through this route. The oil and gas supply of Saudi Arabia, UAE, Kuwait, Iraq, and Iran itself is dependent on this route. If systems like permit fees or stopping selected ships are implemented, then oil prices, insurance, and shipping costs can increase, meaning even without completely closing the route, Iran can put pressure on the world's energy market. And the biggest threat is for America and its allied countries. How? Iran says that only ships that cooperate will get permission. It is being directly seen as a challenge to the American freedom of navigation policy. This is also a message that Iran now wants to present Hormuz not just as an international waterway, but as its own sphere of influence. Because of this, the America-Iran conflict can increase further, especially if the American Navy refuses to accept this system. Now take a look at this CNN report. Iran eyes a new source of power deep beneath the Strait of Hormuz. According to this report, Iran is not only establishing a new system for Hormuz, but beneath Hormuz, meaning under the sea. Many such cables have been laid which carry out financial services between the Middle East, Western Europe, and America, meaning these are internet connections through which the Middle East is connected with Western Europe and America. Now, Iran is also going to establish a system for this as well. And remember, 1 month ago I said that Iran wants to control the cables beneath the Strait of Hormuz. Now, if Iran does this, then during war, Iran will feel even more confident. CNN said in its report, undersea internet cables through which a huge amount of internet and financial data traffic runs between Europe, Asia, and the Persian Gulf. Financial data traffic runs through them. Iran wants the world's major tech companies to pay fees for the use of these internet cables laid beneath Hormuz. At the same time, government-linked media institutions have also indirectly warned that if companies do not make payments, then traffic can be disrupted. And lawmakers in Tehran discussed last week such a plan that could target the undersea cables connecting Arab countries with Europe and Asia. And Iranian military spokesperson Ibrahim Zolfagari wrote on X, "We will charge fees on internet cables." And media linked to the IRGC says that under Tehran's plan, companies like Google, Microsoft, Meta, and Amazon will have to follow Iranian laws. Along with this, companies operating sea cables will have to pay cable passage license fees, and the work of repair and maintenance of the cables will be given only to Iranian companies. Now take a look at this Al Jazeera report. Iran says enemy weapons shipment will not be allowed to transit through Strait of Hormuz, meaning now not only will Iran have control over the Strait of Hormuz and the internet, but now no weapon shipments will be able to pass through here either, meaning now Iran will use the Strait of Hormuz like its own jurisdiction. On the other hand, President Trump has once again warned Iran that it should agree to a peace deal as soon as possible, otherwise it will have to face serious consequences. Trump wrote on Truth Social, "For Iran, the clock is ticking, and they better get moving fast or there won't be anything left of them. Time is of the essence." And remember, I told you in this video that both countries are once again preparing for war. In that video, I told you that Iran has once again redeveloped 70% of its missile capabilities. Russia is sending drone parts to Iran through the Caspian Sea. And today, another news has come, which can further increase Trump's tension. According to Press TV reports, Iran is bringing a new anti-ship missile system under which it will become impossible for enemy ships to pass through the Strait of Hormuz. According to Press TV, from missile cities hidden underground on Iran's southern coast to high-speed attack boats patrolling the Strait of Hormuz, Iran has prepared one of the world's most diverse and technologically advanced anti-ship missile arsenals. This will significantly change the balance of power in the Persian Gulf. Through decades of research and domestic technology development, Iran has developed a complete series of anti-ship missiles, which today have become the backbone of its maritime defense and deterrence strategy. Press TV further wrote, during the Iran-Iraq war itself, when the Iranian military damaged the international support of Saddam Hussein's Ba'athist regime through limited naval missile capabilities, since then Iranian defense engineers turned the country into a very major power in naval missile technology. Today, these weapons are deployed on mobile coastal launchers, underground tunnel networks, warships, and fast attack boats. These include subsonic cruise missiles, supersonic anti-ship ballistic missiles, and torpedoes. And the geographical position of the Persian Gulf makes these weapons even more dangerous. The Hormuz Strait, which in many places is only around 40 kilometers wide, there Iran can create a network like a wall of fire of different levels, because of which it can become extremely expensive and risky for any enemy navy to enter. According to Press Television, from the short-range Nasr missile to the Abu Mahdi cruise missile, with a range of 1,000 kilometers, and the hypersonic Persian Gulf ballistic missile, Iran has prepared such a naval deterrence system that recognizes no red line. So Iran has fully prepared for war. And on the other side, recently, the USA's Special Operations Command vessel Ocean Trader has been spotted near Diego Garcia. This vessel is seen only when a major mission has to be carried out. And what its specialty is, I explained that in this video. So now, because of Iran's new policy regarding the Strait of Hormuz and Trump's threats, it seems that the situation is going to worsen, or has already worsened. And now its impact has started becoming visible across the whole world. And many countries are looking for opportunities at their own level to come out of this problem. And regarding this, well-known international security expert Robert Papp has also issued a serious warning. In an analysis published on his Substack on Sunday, Robert Pape issued a serious warning saying, "2 months ago I warned that the Iran war was not only causing a surge in oil prices, rather it was creating conditions for shortages, supply disruptions, and eventually economic recession." Pape said, "Now that change is beginning." One of Iran's first responses to the unprovoked attacks by America and Israel was that it closed the Strait of Hormuz, an important sea route through which historically 20% of the world's oil trade passed, for ships connected to America. As expected, the partial closure of this strait caused oil prices to skyrocket. Pape further said that by Sunday the war had reached 78 days, and because of the closure of this strait, the buffers around the world have now been completely exhausted, which had helped reduce the economic impact caused by disruptions in trade through one of the busiest sea routes on Earth. Pape wrote, "Now the fragile turning point is not only oil prices, rather the world's emergency buffers, such as inventory, reserves, subsidies, and alternative logistics arrangements, are now beginning to fail together. Signs of the exhaustion of existing stock and resources already in transit have even reached America." Before the partial closure of the Strait of Hormuz, the last shipment of oil reached California earlier this month, and reports suggest that a major shortage of motor oil could soon arise. So Robert Pape has issued this serious warning, and at this time many countries are preparing to deal with this coming threat. So what will happen next now? Donald Trump has become badly trapped in this war. Because of this war, foreign and domestic pressure on him is continuously increasing, and he wants to come out of this war, but as a strong man and a winner. But after seeing the news that came from Iran today, it does not seem that Trump is going to come out of this situation anytime soon. And Trump has already said that even if inflation and crude oil prices touch the sky for some time, Iran will not be allowed to possess a nuclear bomb. And Trump's conditions are also that Iran should stop its nuclear program and surrender enriched uranium. But Iran has also clearly said that it will continue its nuclear program. Whatever further updates come, they will be delivered to you soon. Thank you for watching till the end.